What up, YouTube? FD White, back with another episode of FD White Invest. Welcome to the channel, man. So we got to talk Bitcoin, we got to talk markets, we got to talk overall economy, we got to talk macro, we got to talk geopolitics, man. We got to talk about all of it, because it all has something to do with what's going on with the markets, and specifically crypto. So right now, Bitcoin is sitting at about 60,700. Actually headed back to look at some charts, see if we can get a couple scalps in. Said I was gonna sit on my hands, but I do see a couple quality setups that I may be able to get into. Hopefully they play out. But we got to talk about everything. We got to talk about what's going on in the Middle East. Right now, tensions are high, looking for a retaliation. I know everybody's talking about it. Nobody knows when, nobody knows what's going to happen, nobody knows how it's going to happen. So market uncertainty is at an all-time high. We also have the port strike, which is going on day 2 or day 3, I believe. So that's still one of the things that is lingering on everybody's radar. And a lot of people are saying this is going to bring back inflation. If these things are getting carried out, or if these things play out in the worst possible scenarios, then inflation is going to start to peak back up. We see oil starting to rise up a little bit because of the tensions over in the Middle East, which causes everything else to really rise up. But we have to look at this from a zoomed out perspective. So right now, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to zoom out a little bit. I'm keeping everything on my radar, but I'm trying to zoom out a little bit more and telling the telling the community to zoom out a little bit more. So with Bitcoin still sitting above this 59.5 to 60K area, hopefully we can hold that. If we can get through this week, we still have some data coming out. We still have some unemployment data coming out. I'm not sure of non-farm payroll. Well, I think that already came out yesterday, but we do have more data coming out this week, today and tomorrow, that will move markets, add a little bit more volatility. So we're watching that as well, along with the other stuff that we talked about. We still have the Japan thing that's lingering, which will probably be pushed back maybe a month or so, or a couple months. And we just got overall uncertainty in the market, and risk assets hate uncertainty. Risk assets hate uncertainty. So right now, everybody on YouTube, the YouTubers, the influencers who have to engagement farm, they're telling you, this is the time to buy. This is another chance for you to buy the dip. This is this is probably the last time that we're gonna get a dip. We hear this time and time again. I'm not the guy who's gonna come and keep telling you that. I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing though. So I do have levels drawn out for strong altcoins and strong projects that have been, when Bitcoin bounces back or when the market bounces back, they have went higher. I do have, Ondo. I've been accumulating Ondo. I've seen Sui have a great last couple weeks. Looks like it kind of topped out now, but if we did get some type of major pullback, Sui is on my list. I do have gaming. I've been looking at Illuvium. I've been looking at Super. I've been looking at Stacks, which is a proxy of Bitcoin. And that's pretty much, just the regular ones that I've been looking at. But as far as the overall market goes, what I'm doing right now is like I said, I'm sitting on my hands this week to see what happens. If we do get some sort of market pullback, a stronger market pullback, and some of these altcoins retrace all that move that's been happening these past 2 weeks, I will start to deploy a little bit more fiat, try to get a little bit more fiat to deploy into the markets. I do think all this stuff will eventually resolve itself within the year, within this next fourth quarter, and we do get some sort of push. I don't know how strong that push is going to be, but right now I'm not looking for 100x's. I'm looking for a good 5 to 10x's, and then I'm pulling my money out. I'm looking for 4, 5, 6x, and then I'm going to pull my money out. And then I do have my long-term plays that I think could be, I'm just going to hold, and that's majority of like Bitcoin and Ethereum. So right now I'm not in panic mode, not yet. We're still holding that 59 to 60K area is what I like to see. And hopefully you're not panicking. I know a lot of people are trying to time the market. You're trying to time tops, you're trying to time bottom. That's one thing that I've learned last bull run. Do not do. Not trying to time tops, not trying to time bottoms. I'm literally just going off market sentiment and going off conviction. And I do know for a fact, unless quantum computers come and hack Bitcoin, which is probably very unlikely, that Bitcoin will rise again. How soon or how far in the future that will be is yet to be determined. But I know in my heart of hearts that Bitcoin will eventually go past 100,000, past these numbers that, you know, everybody's on the internet everybody who's on the internet is talking about. I do know that. So Bitcoin, I strayed away from you a little bit, but now I see. So Bitcoin will start to be my safe haven. I've been going into alts heavy. I was going into alts heavy all bear market. I was going into alts heavy the first half of this year. But now I see, you know, Bitcoin can come down, Bitcoin can crash. But I know for a fact, 98%, that Bitcoin, all the other coins might go to zero. All the other coins might, you know, not make it back to heights that they, you know, previously were at. But I know Bitcoin for a fact, not for a fact, but for almost fact, is going to rise again, and I know it's going to go past 100,000. Timing is what we need to try to get, but you know, we just know it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen in my heart of hearts, like I said. So I'm going to start to accumulate Bitcoin on crashes. We talked about that, not on dips, on crashes. So a crash to me, we got up to about 67. A crash to me would be about 10K or more. So about once we start getting 57, below 57K area, which is also a pivotal level, if we start closing below there and going down below there, I'll start to try to accumulate more Bitcoin. And of course, I do think we are going to have some sort of run towards the end of the year. So I will, like I said, talk about putting some money in those coins that I talked about, or put some more money into those coins that I talked about. I haven't gotten any SUI, but I will be trying to get SUI if we do come down off these high levels. So that's just what I'm doing right now. I'm not panicking. I'm letting the dust settle with all this chaos, all this uncertainty, which is not going to be it's not going to be 100% settled within the next few months, but I do think it'll be a little bit more clarity in the markets probably within the next week or two. So that's just what I'm doing, man. If you want to know what I'm doing, hopefully everybody's being safe out there. Hopefully everybody's, you know, positioning themselves the way they want to position themselves, and you got to position yourself to get money, man. A lot of cash is created in chaos. A lot of cash is created in chaos. So always remember that and act accordingly when times present themselves. So this is FD White. Have a good morning. I will see you later on Piper Academy. Have a good day. Peace.